remain dark. So just be aware of that as you all are moving about, finding your way to your seats. There will be an intermission during this evening's performance in between middle school and high school. We will begin in just a few moments. Thank you.
I think this is on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Winter Concert 2023. My name is Hunter Allen, and I am the new band director at Stewart's Draft Middle School. I am very excited to be here in front of you all today with this absolutely massive group of beginning band and second year band students. This is our cadet band. Okay, we have 2 songs for you today. Whether you have the paper program or the QR code program, hopefully it's in order: A Christmas Fanfare and then Diary of a Grumpy Elf. Okay? I'll talk a little bit between songs. But as of right now, we're going to make sure everybody's situated, and then we'll get started with A Christmas Fanfare. I'll spiel a little bit while percussion moves around. So the first song was A Christmas Fanfare by Randall Standridge. It's a really fun piece. I think it was played last year, but it's kind of a classic and it's really good, so I wanted to play it again. Okay. Our next piece is called Diary of a Grumpy Elf. Twas the week before Christmas, my bad. So this is the diary of an elf who is working for Santa Claus the week before Christmas. So throughout the piece, you'll kind of hear how the week was going based on the day. I hope you enjoy.
Dear diary, it's me, Leon. That's no spelled backwards. It's the week before Christmas and today is my first day on the job. Today's temperature reached 25 degrees below zero. This heat wave put Santa in a bad mood.
The grumpy elf that's supposed to be reading this part unfortunately got sick today, so I'm the other grumpy elf that works for Santa Claus this week. Day 4. Dear Diary, it's day 4, and the new reindeer harnesses arrived defective. Instead of having sleigh bells, they came with cowbells.
Dear Diary, it's Christmas Eve and the work is finally done. In spite of the troubles, I'm lucky to be a Christmas elf. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Really quickly, we're going to transition between our cadet band and our concert band, so sit tight for me just for a sec. And welcome our concert band. Give them a big round of applause for that transition. All right, we're gonna get started and I will talk in between and I'll talk less. All right, that first piece was called Snow Day. I hope you enjoyed it. It was supposed to tell the story of kids who were out of school for a snow day, and they were out having fun, having a snowball fight, doing what kids do outside when it snows for the first time when they get out of school. Our next piece is called Cartoon Christmas. It was arranged by Michael Story, and it features memorable tunes from classic cartoons for Christmas, such as Frosty the Snowman, A Charlie Brown Christmas, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. If you know the words to any of the songs, I will encourage you to sing along. Make it festive. I hope you guys enjoy A Cartoon Christmas. Thank you to everybody who sang along. That made it super fun. I really enjoyed that. I hope everybody else did. I think my kiddos on stage are a little embarrassed that I let everybody's parents sing along. But what's the fun if you don't let your parents embarrass you? All right, so our next song and our final song for our concert is called A Crazy Mixed Up Christmas Concert. Some things will go wrong. That's on purpose, okay? If you feel like it was super funny, it's okay to laugh a little bit. There are some things that are out of place. There are some things that sound a little crunchy, and that's okay. I hope you enjoy A Crazy Mixed Up Christmas Concert.
Let's give our middle school folks another round of applause, please. Thank you. We are going to work extra diligently and quickly to get transition from middle school folks to the high school folks. We appreciate you all sticking through this intermission to support the high school groups as they perform their portion of the concert. So thank you all. If you need to use the restroom, this should be no longer than 10 minutes. So thank you all, and we'll get started with the high school portion in just 1 second. If we were fancier and had lights that flickered, they'd be flickering right now to let you know to return to your seat, that we'll be starting shortly with the second portion. So this is the imaginary light flicker. To return to your seat. If you want to simulate it, you can close your eyes and open them real quickly.
Thank you all so much again for coming out this afternoon. My name is Andrew Falber, and I'm the band director here at Stuarts Draft High School. Without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and begin the high school portion of our concert. Thank you all again for coming. We're going to catch our breath after that first one. So welcome to our portion of the concert. That was Christmas Eve Sarajevo, as made famous by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. As you can tell, very heavy, very percussive. Great way to open a concert. Next, can't tell I have fun up here. Next, we're going to move on to Yesu, Joy of Man's Desiring. This is the traditional Bach chorale. If you listen, Bach was doing things with harmonies in the 1600s that people in this century would love to be able to do. So listen to the beautiful chords, and listen to our people with all the buttons. They've got a lot of really difficult, challenging stuff in the upper register. So I hope you'll enjoy Bach's Yesu, Joy of Man's Desiring. As we transition to our next piece this afternoon, we'll be working our way towards selections from the Polar Express. If you haven't had a chance to watch this fantastic holiday movie, it really does set the scene for the holiday season, and the music from it is just fantastic. Alan Silvestri wrote all the music. You might recognize him as the composer who wrote all of the Back to the Future music, which is also fantastic. So Next piece is selections from the Polar Express. But before we get to that, I would like to welcome to the podium. I've been fortunate enough to have a student teacher the past couple of weeks. This is Miss Caroline Falbert, and yes, we are related, but very distantly. And it has been thoroughly confusing to the students, which is why they refer to her as Miss F. So next on the podium, you're going to see her twice this afternoon, and she does an absolutely fantastic job. A horn player from JMU who was just taken to the podium at this school in particularly well. Super proud of her and all the work she's done with the students. This concert is a better program because she was here during this time. So if we could give a nice warm welcome to the podium, Miss F. Our next piece this evening is the aptly titled Christmas Song. My favorite story about the Christmas song is that it was written in the dead of July by Mel Torme and his friend. It was written in a New York City apartment, and it was about 1,000 degrees, and they were sweating, and they said, it's the 1920s, 30s, 40s. They said, what can we do to keep us cool? Netflix isn't an option, so what next? So their solution was, let me write a piece of music that's from a time of the year that makes me feel cold. And the Christmas song was born. So I hope you all will enjoy our arrangement of Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire or the Christmas song. For our next piece, a couple of things before we play our next one. First off, the next piece we're going to play is one of the harder pieces on the concert. It's entitled At Dawn They Slept. And it is the only piece that is explicitly not about Christmas on our program. In fact, At Dawn They Slept is a reference to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces that were stationed at Pearl Harbor on that fateful morning of December 7th when Pearl Harbor was attacked. Prior to September 11th, by far and away the largest attack and loss of life on American soil. So we thought it would be appropriate this year to program this piece of music on our concert. It's a very poignant piece of music. It's incredibly challenging at times. It's the only portion of music on our concert tonight that has been graded by the Virginia Band and Orchestra Directors Association. They've graded this piece a 5, which is a very solid, achievable, but difficult piece of music for a good high school group. And this group is laying it down and doing their best with it. And it really does have some very poignant, beautiful moments. You're going to hear the story of September 11th, the story of Pearl Harbor told from the early moments of that morning. It was a Sunday morning, so you're going to hear church bells. You're going to hear the bugle fanfares calling out over the military bases, and then you'll be very, very clear about when the attack actually happens. Two more things before we start this piece real quick. Because of the difficulty of this piece, I thought this would be an appropriate time to recognize our students that took their performances to the next level and auditioned for our Valley Honor Band. Valley Honor Band is made up of students from Augusta County, Stanton, Waynesboro, and Stewart Hall schools. And I am proud to report 2 big achievements for the Short Draft High School Band that is sitting on stage in front of you. The first is we were far and away the largest number of auditions of any high school. So we sent the most number of students to audition with 30-some auditions. So that's a fantastic achievement. It takes a lot of guts to go and audition for those ensembles, to sit in a room behind a cardboard wall and let a professional judge you intimately. So really good on those students. But more importantly, maybe, we not only had the highest number of students in Augusta County, Stanton, and Waynesboro audition, we also had the largest number placed in the ensemble. So a round of applause for these folks behind me for their audition. They're also going to find out very shortly, if they're interested after the performance, about how they did at district auditions yesterday. I won't go into too many details, but I will say we had a number of students make it into the top ensemble and a number of students sitting at the top chair at the top ensemble auditioning for All-State in a couple of months. So they had a really fine day of district auditions yesterday. It's a bold move to come in as a student teacher and be willing to take the hardest piece on the concert, possibly. And that's exactly what Miss F did. She took this piece and did really fantastic things with it. So I hope one more time you will welcome Miss F to the podium.